Hello, my name is Thomas Campbell. I'm the owner of Pitmaster Essentials. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I thought I would fire up my Hasty Bake Legacy because I had a request to cook some steaks from a subscriber. So I thought I would cook up some beef ribeyes. I have 5 beef ribeyes here. These came from a cow that we had processed back in July of last year. As you can see, they are full of marbling and they are absolutely delicious. They're about an inch thick. So I'm going to get these all set up here and then we're going to get them cooking. So stick around here in just a few minutes and I'll bring you back and show you how it's done. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and take these out of the package. Okay, so I have all my ribeyes laid out here. So now we're just going to pat them down with some paper towel. I got a paper towel right here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I just have some Morton fine sea salt. So we're going to dry brine these. I'm just going to put a light coat on the top here, like that. So these are a fairly thick piece of meat, so don't hesitate to put quite a bit of salt on there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to dry brine these. We're going to let them sit in the refrigerator for about an hour or so before we cook them. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I've only done this one other time, but I'm going to use some baking powder. And the baking powder is supposed to help tenderize the meat as well. So I have 1/8 of a teaspoon. So I'm going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon. And just kind of sprinkle it across there. Okay, so I've added the baking powder, so now I'm just going to kind of rub it around. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of steak and brisket rub. We're going to press this into the meat. We're going to flip them over and do the other side. So I'm going to finish these up and I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you back real quick. I'm just finishing up putting on the baking powder. And then I'm going to apply the steak and brisket rub. So the one thing I forgot to mention, the reason I like to dry brine is because this allows time for the salt to penetrate the meat. And a lot of people don't dry brine, and I was one of them whenever I first started. What I would do is I would just put salt and pepper on my steaks and then I would immediately put them on the grill. But I found out that if I dry brine and let them set for at least a half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, basically the longer the better, then that allows time for that salt to penetrate and it just makes the flavor just so much better. So we're going to put these in the refrigerator and let them dry brine for 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to put them on the grill. Okay folks, we're out here at the pit and this is my fire setup here. I got B&B competition charcoal briquettes and my charcoal chimney is almost full. I'd say it's about 3/4 of the way full. I'm using 2 paraffin cubes to light with, so we're going to get it lit and let it start warming up. Okay, we're going to give this about 15 or 20 minutes and give it time for the charcoal to get lit, and I'll bring you back whenever it's time to put the ribeyes on the grill. Okay folks, so the charcoal chimney did its thing and I put the charcoal in the Hasty Bake here, so I thought I'd show you my setup here as it's coming up to temp. I have the firebox in the sear position, so it's about, I don't know, I'd say a half an inch or an inch from the grate there. So I just want to get this as hot as I possibly can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ribeyes and I'm going to cook them, I'm going to sear them, I should say, for about a minute to a minute and a half on each side. And then I have my grill extender over here, so I'm going to use that. I'm probably going to put some underneath and some on top of the grill extender. So I just want to show you my setup here real quick, so I'll bring you back whenever it's time to put them on the grill. Okay folks, and welcome to the grill. So the Hasty Bake is coming up to temp. We're at about 350 degrees, I think. Like I said, I have it cranked all the way up on Sear. The ribeyes look phenomenal. I mean, they smell great with that Butcher Barbecue steak and brisket rub with a little bit of lemon zest in there, lemon pepper, so they're going to be really good. One thing I forgot to mention whenever I was doing the prep, I had a suggestion from a subscriber, and he suggested I use the baking powder. I've only used the baking powder on steaks one other time, but it's supposed to tenderize the meat, and he said to actually leave it on for about 8 hours. Unfortunately, I only left it on for about an hour and a half, I think is how long that they've been resting. So we're going to give it a shot and see how that goes, but I think it's going to go well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer whenever I go to do the sear. So I'm going to sear on each side for about a minute to a minute and a half, and then I'm going to move them over and allow them to finish cooking on the cooler side. So give me just a minute and I'll bring you in a little bit closer. Okay folks, so now it's time to sear, so let's get started. Just going to make sure to press it down all the way on that grate. Okay, so we're going to give these about a minute to a minute and a half, and then I'll bring you back whenever it's time to flip them. Okay, we are now ready to flip. It's been about a minute and a half. Oh yeah, got some nice char marks on there. That's what we're looking for. Steaks smell amazing. So again, I'm going to press them down. And we're going to give them another 60 to 90 seconds, and I'll bring you back at that point. Okay folks, it's been about another minute and a half, so now I'm going to pull these off and move them over to the cooler side. They smell incredible. All right, so I'm going to give these probably about another 4 or 5 minutes, and they should be good to go. So I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes, so let's take a look at them and see how they're looking. Oh yeah, those look great. They smell good. Let's see if I can get this on camera here. All right, we're about 125, 126. All right, both of those are at 126, so we're going to let them go for another 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll bring you back at that point and see how they're looking at that time. Okay folks, it's been another couple minutes, so let's take a look and see how they're going. Also, the two that were on my grate extender, I decided to pull those off, so they're over there resting because I like mine to be about medium rare. But I'm shooting for medium for these, so let's take a look and see how they're doing. So that one's about 137, 138. That And there's about 128. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna pull these off and let them rest because they're pretty close to medium. So I'll meet you back in the kitchen here after they've rested for about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay folks, and welcome back to the kitchen. So the ribeyes have been resting for about 15 or 20 minutes now. So let's take a look at them and see how they're looking. Oh yeah, those are looking really good. That one is the one I'm gonna go with, right there. Okay, so let's take a look, see how we did. Now that is a good medium steak. Okay, so right there is my bite. I can tell you that this smells incredible with that butcher barbecue steak and brisket rub and the dry brine. I know this is going to be great. So let's see how we did. That has got the perfect balance of savory, salty, and just really, really good. I was a little concerned about using the baking powder at first, but that baking powder actually made it very, very tender. So be sure to definitely give that a try. So with all that being said, I thank you for watching the video this far. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke. And I'll see you in the next one.